Intros are still for rich people. I still don't do them. Giants video is hot off the presses. I'm gonna do one on the Cardinals now. I've never met a Cardinals fan. Not in the wild anyways. I'm not sure they exist, but they have a stadium and it gets filled up sometimes, so they must exist. So for any Cardinals fans out there, listen up. Y'all the sleepers this year. Y'all the dark horse picks. Go all the way, execute perfectly, maximize your roster and your potential. Get to the playoffs and start clapping cheeks in the playoffs, yeah? I'm gonna do it the same way I did the Giants. Roster, schedule, special scenarios. Don't really gotta worry about the coaches on this one. It's not like Brian Daboll, y'all guys good for a little bit. So let's start with the roster. K1, Kyler Murray, Heisman Trophy winner out of Oklahoma.
Duh! What in the hell? Who said that? Down here. To the apartments.
Yeah, there's better runners than him. Lamar Jackson's a better runner. There's better passers than him. Pat Mahomes, Matt Stafford. But when it comes to extending broken plays, there is no one in the league better than Kyler Murray, and he's the best we've seen in a long time.
Keep going for one really doesn't do anything for you.
Murray. Running out of time. On the move. Coming back this way. Dancing and looking and directing traffic. And look at the length of this play. Murray to the 10, to the 5, and he's going to convert it. That's unbelievable.
However, when he does let loose and start running, he has the quickest feet I've ever seen of anyone. His legs move as fast as Bo Jackson does.
Pistol formation here. There's Murray on the keep and drive.
He said that his past injuries aren't nagging him no more. He's going to be running a lot more this coming season. And he's locked down till 2028. So as long as he protects himself, y'all are good for the next couple years. He's going to do fine. 21 touchdowns, 11 picks for 3,800 yards. And then on the ground, ran for 572 yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. He finally managed to start every game in a season. So if he can do that again, the Cardinals are in for a treat. Backing him up is Jacoby Brissett. Got his start in New England, bounced around the leagues. Has never been bad. Has always been a serviceable backup. He'll provide a good veteran presence for the other quarterbacks in the room, which looks right now just to be Clayton Tune, but that might change during training camp. On the running backs, James Conner, all-purpose type running back. Unfortunately, he's 30 years old, ancient, but he's an excellent north-south runner. If he can get going downhill, he'll truck over anybody. He's a good dual threat back too. He'll catch a pass on a screen. He'll go out for a route every now and then. He makes arm tackles look like baby food. There's a reason he's called Concrete Connor. So if they can't wrap him up and he keeps going north-south, he's going to be a problem for defenses. He ended up rushing over 1,000 yards for 8 touchdowns and then caught 1 touchdown as well. The only issue is James Conner, Trey Benson, and Mara DeMercado all ended the season on IR. Got to stay healthy. If you can stay healthy, you can stay winning. If not, it's just going to be an endless carousel of replacement level running backs until eventually everyone's on IR and you got nobody back there. Yeah. Wide receiver time. Another great rookie campaign last year for Marvin Harrison Jr. My only issue with him is his nickname. Maserati Marv is kind of dumb. Hold on. Took the liberty of writing down some other M-based car names for him. We got Maserati Marv, lame. Mercedes Marvin, McLaren Marv, Mitsubishi Marv, Mercury Marv. Also, the Mustang came out with a Dark Horse variant, so Dark Horse Harrison goes kind of hard, but that's just me. 888 yards, 8 touchdowns off 62 receptions. You look at his tape, week 2 against the Rams, his breakout game, dude was cooking.
Obviously, Murray was hurt for the first half last season. Back to Donald, launches, end zone, Harrison! Caught!
He was making Tre'Davious White look like a child.
Savvy veteran Tre'Davious White. Second game rookie.
If he can manage to get some consistency, he's going to break the 1,000-yard barrier, probably catch over 10 touchdowns this next year. He's a great receiver. Also got Michael Wilson, who caught 548 yards, Greg Dortch, 342. That equals 1 Marvin. So Marv was as good as your next 2 receivers combined. Got to get after somebody in either free agency or trade. I say Keenan Allen, a good veteran presence. You could try to get Amari Cooper, or who else was available? Tyler Boyd. It didn't work out in Tennessee for him. Maybe it works out in the desert. Wanted a tight end. Big dog Trey McBride.
You need your speed guys on the field, but you need your big guys as well to deal with this running attack. Murray feels the pocket start to muddy over the middle and completes to the tight end. Boy. McBride still going. Trey McBride putting it all on display.
If you want a player comp for Trey McBride, George Kittle's your dude, okay? Trey McBride talks trash, but he backs it up with play. He will truck your best man, he will hurdle your best man, and he won't give a damn when he does it.
To threaten the defense vertically like we saw right there.
There he is again, hurdling his way. and getting a first down.
Unfortunately, he was allergic to touchdowns last year. Only caught 2 touchdowns, but 111 receptions, 1,146 yards. That equals 10.32 yards per catch. That means for all the laymen out there, if I throw a ball and Trey McBride catches it, he averages a first down. Really good. He also got paid 4 years, 76 mil. He's gonna be around for a while. Him and Mar about to get cozy, just like that. K1 gonna eat all day. When it comes to the offensive line, Paris Johnson was pretty good last year. He was a Pro Bowl alternate. Excuse me. They let Will Hernandez go, but they re-signed Evan Brown and Kelvin Beachum. Kyler Murray complements them pretty well. He's a great play extender. Moving on to their defense. Most of the areas in need they needed to address this offseason were on the defensive side of the football. 6 of their 7 draft picks were defensive picks. Doesn't help that last year's first-round pick, Darius Robinson, only played 3 games and was on IR for a lot of the time. We'll get started with the defensive line. Zaven Collins led the team with 5 sacks. That's not acceptable. Not in the National Football League. It was clear that it was just a bunch of rotational people down there. They didn't have an anchor to work around. That's why they drafted Walter Nolan III. I was looking at his tape. Dude lives in the backfield.
Like Cox, the veteran center, leader of that offensive front, and they get penetrated there. Sumo Karnbe dropped by Walter Nolan.
Run pass options lose their option.
At the miss point, that play blown up by Nolan.
It just becomes a survival game. Because if Walter Nolan gets in your backfield, he's going to disrupt the pass option, he's going to disrupt the run, and now you're all crying on your knees hoping you can go home. Big boy too, 6'3", 296. Let's go around that up to 300. Big dude learning from Calais Campbell, the ageless wonder. They signed Josh Sweat from the Eagles, 4 years, $41 million deal. He gonna provide some extra pressure, so everyone's gonna eat at the same time. So between the draft, between the free agent acquisitions, the defensive line should at least be serviceable this year. Linebackers, nothing crazy, but nothing bad either. Mac Wilson's great. Zaven Collins is great. Go check out the Cardinals schedule video. Is Mac Wilson rapping the schedule release? Kind of good. You know, I'm tapped in. So when it comes to corners, Sean Murphy Bunting, Garrett Williams, they're nice, but they're not locked down. They're not a #1 corner that will shut down a whole side of the field. That's why they drafted Will Johnson from Michigan. He hunts for pick sixes.
It'll be 1st and goal.
Oh, picked off!
Too many times.
Will Johnson, one of the best quarterbacks in the country, seals it for Michigan. Pick 6.
He jumps flats.
Moss, quick throw, intercepted. It's going to be a pick 6. Will Johnson will take it for the Wolverine touchdown.
He reads the quarterback like a book. And if you're not paying attention, he's taking the ball from you to the crib. There's some veteran corners that still haven't signed yet. You can go for Stephon Gilmore, James Bradbury. Rasul Douglas hasn't signed yet either, just to provide some mentorship in the corner room. Take some of the leadership off of Buddha. He's doing it all right now. Speaking of Buddha, it's time for the Buddha Baker Glaze Sesh, brought to you by Taco Bell. Right over there. I see it. I can see it from my apartment. Buddha Baker played all 17 games. In these 17 games, he led the team in tackles, breaking his own tackle record with 164. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 10. He's one of the best safeties in the league. He will 1v1 your main offensive weapon and be just fine.
Totally different offense to this point. Play action. Hill flowing that way. He'll dump it off, and Hill gets jarred. The ball comes loose.
Also, he lives in the flats. Any check downs, any screens, you're going to expect to find Buddha there, and he's going to make you pay. He's going to make you cry.
3rd and goal. Stafford, Williams. What a hit by Buddha Baker. Rams have to call their last timeout.
Special teams, Chad Ryland came in for Matt Prater, RIP the Prater bomb. He's not dead, chill. He did all right. Also, DJ Dallas ripped off a 98-yard return touchdown last year, week 1, and then nothing else happened after that. So it'd be cool if he could do that at least one more time this year. Now we can get on to the schedule. You got a couple gimmies, weeks 1, 2, and 5. You got at New Orleans, Carolina at home, and then Tennessee at home. Those should be easy dubs. I honestly don't see y'all having an issue until week 7, Green Bay. Just from preseason rankings, the latter half of your season is much more difficult than the first half of your season. They sprinkled the Falcons and the Jaguars in there too to either give you momentum keepers or slump breakers. You also got the perfect bye week. Week 8, get some rest right at the trade deadline. Bring in anyone you need to get brought in. Get the playbook to them. Get them ready for week 9. You got really lucky when it comes to the bye week. So appreciate your week 8 bye week and use it to your advantage. Okie dokie. Here's the scenarios. K1 must keep his word and run his ass off. However, don't run himself into the ground. He's been injured before. He knows his limits. Don't take unnecessary hits, but don't just completely give up the run game. You could have ran more last year, but don't overdo it. Same with Trey McBride. Let's try to have a 1,000-yard receiver this year instead of force-feeding the tight end. Trey McBride plays hard. He's going to truck the wrong dude one day and break his collarbone. It's going to be a bad day for people in Arizona. So let's not ride Trey McBride into the ground. Let's spread the love a little bit. That way Trey McBride's not doing all the heavy lift. Even though he can do it. D-line's got to do better than last year. 5 sacks, not acceptable at this level. Let's try to get at least a double-digit sack guy. And main thing, rally around Buddha. He's the best player on your team for a reason. He's a defensive captain for a reason. Defensive player of the year, nominee year in, year out for a reason. He knows what he's doing. See, then do. Dress right dress. Not that hard. That's it. That's all the Cardinals got to do. Just listen to me, everything I say, and they'll make it to the Super Bowl. What's there not to love? It's been me. My name's Barry. And yeah, I don't do outros. Those are for rich people. Deuces.
Gotta go fast.